Derpy's New Year's Eve for Auld Syne. I don't know why I volunteered to bake the cookies. Maybe it's because every pony else had so much to do to prepare for the New Year's Eve's party, and I thought it was a simple enough task. Regardless of why I volunteered, I did. And so I try to make my best chocolate chip cookies in my little kitchen. The fact that I don't use my oven very often wasn't too much of a stumbling block. I'd seen Mom do it plenty of times. The fact that my silly eyes misread all the baking time and temperature caused significantly more problems. Fortunately, the cookies only came out slightly burnt, definitely still edible. Some ponies ate them at least, although I think I saw Lyra give hers to a fern. And Bon Bon told me that the insurance company would almost certainly cover the damage to my kitchen, not to mention I've still got the warranty on the oven, so all's well that ends well. Note to self, next time consult Pinkie Pie on all matters concerning baking, or food that requires special preparation in any way. The party in Ponyville Town Square is held at the end of every year to help ring the new one. Although this year it also happens to coincide with a brand new holiday that Princess Celestia arranged as a hearth-warming gift for her sister, the Winter Moon Celebration. Since Celestia's big holiday is held on the anniversary of her having to banish her sister, she decided to give Luna a holiday of her own as a gesture of kindness. The Summer Sun Celebration is held on the longest day of the year, but since hearth-warming is already celebrated around the longest night, Celestia chose to place the date on New Year's Eve, the last night of the year which blends into the first morning of the next, as a sign of the sisters having made amends. In addition, it's the one night of the year that every pony stays up to enjoy, so I'm sure Luna will enjoy seeing that of which she's streamed over for 1,000 years. I think it's really sweet, and I hope Princess Luna enjoys having a holiday of her own. The next time she visits my dreams, I'll be sure to give her a muffin. As part of the celebration, the princess came to visit Ponyville and raised the moon from atop the town hall. Down below in the courtyard, the ponies erected a large moon dial, which had marked the exact moment of midnight for as many New Years as I've witnessed here. One of the more artistic fillies from Cheerlee's school was given the honor of painting Luna's cutie mark right to the center of it, to commemorate the new winter moon celebration. Even with my derp dyes, I can tell it looks great. All that being said, I really do enjoy these New Year's parties. Every pony's in such good spirits, I get to spend the whole night with all my friends and neighbors, and there's always lots of good food and drink. Especially when Berry Punch breaks out her special vintage. Now that's a beverage. It's a wonderful time to be had by all, unless you keep bumping into ponies because it's crowded, dark, and loud, and you can't tell your forehoof from your flank. While every pony was wrapped up in the spirit of the evening, I decided to slip away for some time. So now I sit here, atop a tall building just far enough away from the hubbub, with a plate of food, a tall glass of champagne, and this diary. This year's been pretty great for me in the simple ways. Work has been going on without a hitch, and though it's not glorious pay, it's at least money. My friends and I went to a lot of events this year, from winter wrap-up and the running of the leaves to some Wonder Bowl performances and a couple days in Las Pegasus. And hearthwarming, well, I've already written about that here. That was awesome. And I still can't help but smile when I think about it. It's the simple things in life this mare likes best. Although at big milestones like this, I sometimes find myself getting philosophical. Just early this morning, I struck up on an odd realization that it will never be this year again. That time will keep eternally marching forward, never really looking back. Of course, I've known this since I was a filly, but I never really stopped to think about it. I find myself wondering where I'm going in this crazy ride called life. What this ceaseless march of years has been in store for me. Will I keep living in Ponyville? Will I switch jobs again? Go back to school? Fall in love? Get married? Start a family? Will I finally be able to read fine print without a magnifying glass big enough to light Queen Chrysalis on fire? Note to self, suggest this idea to Twilight in case Chrysalis ever comes back. Will I even be alive a year from now? 2, 5, 20, 50? Life is mysterious, and, well, you can never tell what it has in store. Equestria is a beautiful place, but also a dangerous one, and I guess I have to have a little faith in what I know for certain. This land just has just as many defenders as it does threats, and that I really have awesome friends who'd give themselves up for me as I would for them. Speaking of which, they're probably all wondering where I am. I suppose I'll go back down and enjoy them in a bit. Vinyl and Octavia are busy with the music for the event, and Lyra and Bonbon are probably dancing and laughing at what bad dancers they are. Though not many ponies know it, those pairs I just named are couples. When midnight comes, they'll kiss. I'm sure of it. And if some pony doesn't know about them, they will now. They don't often show affection like that when they're all out, though I admire their bravery when they do. Just like, I'm not afraid to say, hey world, look at me, I'm disabled, but I'm still a normal pony. They're not afraid to say, look world, I love this mare, and there's nothing wrong with that. We encourage each other like that, although I'm not sure Equestria is ready to know what Doc is hiding. But even though I'm sworn to secrecy, we're still best friends. By the way, where is Doc, I wonder? I bet he doesn't have any pony to smooch at midnight either, although admittedly he's not the smooching type. When I caught him under the mistletoe at Heartswarming, he went beet red and started glancing around nervously. It was just a quick little thing, but I still got to kiss him. Marking that one off the bucket list, it felt great. So did the kiss. Midnight approaches now, and I can see the moon slowly lurching into place at the princess's command. I can hear the wubs of Vinyl's amps growing softer and align themselves into the time of the ticking clock. I can hear the crowd starting to count down from 60 seconds, hear Trixie hollering for the moon to hurry up because she's missing her beauty sleep, and I can see a rosy blur is Pink Amina Diane Pie shooting about like a firework through the crowd, stirring excitement for the real fireworks that will fly in a minute's time. I think I'll stop writing for now so I can take in this moment. In case my pen rolls off the roof with this new year succeeding to Auld's, let it be known that I raise my glass to the toast of the moon, my friends, and the coming year of greatness with those classic words, the moving hoof writes, and having writ moves on. And sincerely yours, Derpy Hooves.